So about 3 months ago, Chris Pratt was cast as Mario, and Twitter went into full-on meltdown mode. Mainly because he's not a part of their echo chamber. So now whenever he gets cast, it doesn't matter what he gets cast in or cast as. The internet just goes into meltdown mode. And if you ask most of them why they hate him so much, they usually just say, oh, well, he's a homophobe. And if you ask them, oh, well, who said that? Because most of them they see someone say it and then they just run with it. But every time now that he gets cast, they can't handle it. They'll use any trick in the book to make him look like this big bad guy. And now he's been cast to voice Garfield in an upcoming animated movie. So once again, Twitter is in meltdown again over this. And the main reason they hate him so much is because he doesn't speak about politics. Therefore, this means his politics lean this way. And in Hollywood, you're not allowed any dissenting voices. And it doesn't really matter if he's on the left or right or what. If he's not espousing what they want him to, then he needs to go. It doesn't matter. They don't really care what side he's on. Because Chris Pratt's a professional. You know, he doesn't bring that divisiveness into his career. Which you can't say about a lot of actors at the moment. A lot of them just divide a fan base all the time because they can't keep their mouth shut. Whereas you see Chris Pratt promoting a film, he doesn't start talking about politics. Which is what all actors used to be like. But now they like to call out the audience as bigots and all that sort of stuff. So there's not a lot of actors left that are more professional. That they understand they're trying to sell you a product. So them coming in, start talking their political shit, who's that helping? That doesn't help the film. It doesn't help the actor that's trying to sell the film. But we've got these people on Twitter that think, no, if it's very strange if an actor doesn't talk about his political beliefs, as if it matters. So at the end of the day, we don't even know what side he's on. I couldn't care less, to be honest, because it's not important. But they just come under this assumption that if he's not talking what they expect him to be talking, because Hollywood is an echo chamber, then he needs to go. We can't have anyone that could potentially be a threat to our echo chamber. We can't have that. So with Chris Pratt being cast as Garfield, once again Twitter's back to the all aboard the hate train, all aboard the Chris Pratt hate train. They'll just come up with any excuse for why he shouldn't be there. If there is a God with unlimited control over the universe, I believe he was grown to despise us. A vengeful God is why we are inflicted with punishments so vile. What did we do to deserve this treatment? What, Chris Pratt getting cast as Garfield? These people are honestly, they're over the fucking edge. Stop casting Chris Pratt in anything. He sucks. And even if he didn't suck, he's extremely one-noted and overused. Why do I get the feeling they intentionally picked Chris just to piss people off? Let's be honest, the people that are pissed off by Chris Pratt are a minority of people. But the majority of these people are going for the whole thing, voice actors are missing out on work. It's like they don't seem to realise that historically this has been the case. At least for the past maybe 15 years. I think back in the 90s there was more stuff out there where it was mainly voice actors. But I think Chris Pratt has actually got a history of being a voice actor. It's like they just can't wrap their minds around the reason why they would cast like just your average actors over like professional voice actors. It's like they're trying to attach a name to it that people know and recognise. But I think they're only using this as an excuse, just to make it seem like people are getting fucked over. And of course you've got people bringing back up the whole Chris Pratt's a homophobic. They've got to bring that up because somehow that holds weight. Somehow. And they'll continue to bring it up every time he gets cast in something. It doesn't matter what it is. All year round, he just gets cast in something that's right, let's get him. Because we heard someone say he was a homophobe. We're not going to bother looking into it, are we? Now we just go, Alright, I seen this asshole say it, so I'll just say that and all. Then I score some points with, like, other assholes. I'm guessing that's the way it works. And then you've got I wish they would stop forcing this MAGA asshole on us. It's like, I'll grow up. Just, why can't these people grow up and accept that not everyone agrees with them? Even though, again, we don't even know what he thinks politically, because it doesn't fucking matter. But it seems to matter to a lot of people. But it just amazes me at how much attention this gets just because Chris Pratt is cast as someone. Because I don't even think it matters if he's being cast. It's just whenever people are talking about him, because this all stemmed from the whole Chris Pratt's the worst Chris of Hollywood. That's where it all started, and then it's just been sort of taken from there. It's obviously to do with the whole, because he's a part of a church, and apparently it's just a lot of bollocks. But I don't really think they give a shit who's cast as Garfield. I think it's just the fact that they don't want Chris Pratt. They don't want him working. It just seems to have been the past couple of years, probably about 8 times a year now. It's, oh, Chris Pratt has been cast as this. Let's get him. I think that one of the stupidest things they've went after him for is because he wore a t-shirt with an American flag on it. So they wanted to cancel him for that and all. They're just absolutely insane. And they just can't wrap their minds around why Chris Pratt would be cast in a voice acting role. It's like they do this all the time, and not once have these people said, you need to hire voice actors. When most of the voice actors are either doing TV projects or gaming. That's really where most of your voice actors are. There's not that many of them in big budget films. But I guess we'll see Chris Pratt in another 3 months when he gets cast as someone else and people go in the meltdown mode. But that's all I've got to say on that anyway. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.